So, what have you guys been up to? Hey, did you guys get a chance to check out last week's vlog? Yeah, there was no vlog last week, or the week before that. It's been so long that there's actually like a funky film on all of my equipment. So long that the dust on my equipment has dust on it. So long I had to steal my camera back from the Angel of Death because he thought it was a goner. So long that when I restarted the camera, it said, 5 more minutes, Mom, and then rolled over and went back to sleep. So long that when it did wake up, it said, wait, you elected who for president? And so long that when I cracked open my YouTube account, it said, you look different. Did you lose weight? It's been so long that my YouTube follower count rose by 3 people. That's more than I rose in the last 3 months of me doing videos. That last one is actually true, I think. We'll go with that because it's funny, or sad, or both. And that is actually kind of what I want to talk to you guys about after all this time. We have to talk about this thing that hasn't happened, but is happening now, and let's talk about it. So why did I take so much time off from doing videos? Good question. The reason that I stopped was mostly because of time. And when I had so many different things going on, it didn't seem like it made sense because for the amount of people that were actually starting to follow me versus the amount of time it took to make these videos, it just didn't balance out. The way I started to look at it is like, why would I make a video that takes as long as it does to get very little interaction, very little followers, when I could turn around and make a podcast episode that was 3 times as long, but do it in half the time and have 3 or 4 times the amount of people actually listening to what I had to say. I started to justify it in my head that the videos didn't make as much sense, the podcast made more sense, I'd rather put my time and energy into that. I'm not gonna make any more excuses about it. That was 100% my rationale and 100% selfishly motivated, I admit it. But instead of asking questions like, why aren't my videos working? Why aren't I gaining new followers? Why aren't I doing this? Why isn't this happening? Why isn't that happening? I should have been asking, why aren't I making the kind of content that I know people are gonna appreciate? Why aren't I making videos that bring people in, that encourage people to come check me out because I'm talking about the things that they want me to talk about? Sure, if you go back and watch some of those videos, there's value to be pulled from them. There's wisdom to be shared in there. But it's not like I went into any single one of them saying, I wonder how this is gonna benefit my viewer. I mean, I did maybe a little bit, but really what I was thinking to myself is, this is what I wanna talk about today. This is what I wanna share. And so I'm gonna share it, and the world will love me. Yes, I talked about the creative journey that I'm on, and yes, people can pull from that and maybe get something from it that helps them with their thing. And of course, I was talking about what I believe makes good creative work and what other people should or might consider doing for themselves. But at the end of the day, everything I talked about was very self-serving. It was all about my stuff and my needs and my thoughts and my opinions. Those videos are more likely better for entertainment value than they are of actual intrinsic value. If you watch them, you don't necessarily walk away thinking, I feel like a better human being today. I learned so much, I'm gonna go be better at every single creative thing I do. Maybe you got some of that, but it wasn't the core aspect. Look, before anybody starts complaining, there's absolutely nothing wrong with making videos for entertainment purposes only. There's plenty of people out there making videos strictly for entertainment purposes only. But you go into those videos knowing that they're entertainment and you watch them for entertainment reasons. Whereas I was almost like I was trying to entice you to come in and watch the show because I might be sharing something important, but then only giving you, like, you know, puppets and whatever. I was only giving you entertainment-based subject matter, or at least me just vomiting onto the camera, not literally, figuratively, onto the camera about the things that I like. Yeah, it was fun. I had a good time. I hope you had a good time in some of those, but it's not like you went and you felt compelled to go and tell the world about that. In fact, if you paid attention any longer than 43 seconds, I would have been surprised because that seemed to be the fall off on a lot of my videos. 43 seconds. We're way past 43 seconds, so I hope you're still here. So what does this all really mean? Man, I don't know. Wait, that's not true. Not true at all. I was only kidding. Comedic effect. Entertainment value. Of course I know what this means. It means make more videos that serve a particular niche and then bring a high level of value in the form of expertise, wisdom, and entertainment. That was a really uncomfortable smile. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard of Andrew Wong?
Hey, it's Andrew Huang.
Andrew is a musician, producer, composer, and on top of that, he makes really amazing videos here on YouTube all around his whole process for making music. But what's interesting about his videos is not just are they highly entertaining, but they're incredibly informative. One thing that I noted that he does that I really appreciate is he takes these challenges, these self-imposed challenges, and he implements them into a YouTube form. He'll take like different current events or memes or just ideas that come to him, and he'll turn them into some way to make a video around that, like how to compose a song in less than a minute, or how to use the noises that they heard on the Mars rover and turn that into a song. Watch any of his videos and you'll instantly start thinking one of three things. Number one, this guy is super talented. I wish he would make a pop album that I could bootleg and then share with my 14-year-old cousin who actually thinks I'm lame but really thinks Andrew's hot. Number two, this guy's a really funny guy, and even though I have no business being anywhere near a piano, I appreciate his work enough to keep watching him week after week. That's me, by the way. Number three, wow, he makes this look so easy. I'm gonna go buy a bunch of instruments and then try to do it myself against my better judgment, because that's just money spent that I don't need to be spending, and I'm sure that it will not sound like what he's gonna sound like, but damn it, I wanna go do this because he makes it look so easy. Also me. Andrew's funny, he's talented, and he provides tremendous value to his viewers, but that isn't exactly why I follow him or why I bring him up. Why I'm bringing him up is because I am going to I'm gonna take his stuff and use it for myself. Okay, I'm not gonna steal his stuff. It's his stuff. I don't make music, he makes music. But the ideas around what he's doing, I can definitely use that in my art. I can do this in that form and it'll be okay, and I'll give a thumbs up to him every single time. Maybe not every single time, but I'll give a thumbs up to him a lot.
Hey, it's Andrew Huang.
By using that framework, not only am I entertaining people, but I'm also providing tremendous value to people like you or anybody else, new or old, coming back or never seen me before. I'm continuing to bring the thunder so that you guys are actually like entertained enough to want to stick around, or at least informed enough to make me want to go do this stuff yourself. So what does that look like here? Let's take a current event, for example. Right now, here in the United States, we're dealing with a government shutdown because they can't decide on a budget, and so we basically shut down the government. They literally turned off the lights on all the federal buildings and everybody's gone home. And I was thinking to myself, what if I made a video of me making art with all the lights off, completely in the dark, maybe even a blindfold, and just make that art, figure out what I want to, maybe it's a picture of our illustrious number 45, I don't know. I don't think I have that much orange in my studio. Maybe it's something else related to that whole idea, or maybe it's just me wanting to paint something in the dark. I don't know. Maybe I do that and then I just talk about it and I share it and it becomes notable because of the current event, but also fun and entertaining, and maybe you see part of the process. You probably wouldn't see part of the process because it would be in the dark. You know, now that I think about it, that might not be such a great idea, except for the fact that I would just be talking about it and maybe it would be funny. I don't know. It's just an idea. Another example is maybe I go to Google Trends and I search out some of the most relevant stories, like I just did today, where this woman by the name of Sophia Richie, who I'm assuming is related to Lionel Richie, I don't know, she is in the news because she's dating the guy that used to date Kourtney Kardashian, and they're in the news, and so maybe I go and do a portrait of Sophia because she's newsworthy at that exact moment. Now, I don't personally have any interest in the Kardashians or the Richies or the Disick's, whatever. I don't have any personal interest in any reality TV star, whether they're president or not. And I don't really have a whole lot of interest in doing anything political. I do, but I feel like for the sake of the camera, yeah, we don't have to go there. I've got my own political beliefs. You don't necessarily need to hear them, or you want to hear them, or care. Regardless, I think that these are decent ideas. Maybe not those particular ideas, but the concept around them is a decent idea, and it's something that we can explore. I could talk about my art process, my design process, my podcast process, my writing process, my process. I think I used this finger twice. I can discuss the tools I use and why I use them. I can discuss the software and the pixels and the paint and the canvas. I can discuss all of those things and talk about why I do the things that I do, or how I do the things that I do, and then you'll gain some value from that. The point being, let's go make some stuff, but also make some stuff that brings you value, not just me. What are you gonna learn from watching me paint a painting in the dark? I don't know, but there's something there. What are you gonna learn if I design a poster of Sophia Richie? I don't know, but there's something there. Instead of Sophia, maybe it's Mac Miller or Anthony Bourdain, people that are obviously a little bit closer to me or things that I actually care about. Those things are noteworthy, and when they happened, I could have done them. I could still do either one of those, and people are still gonna care about them. Doing something that's more timely also has an effect here on YouTube, and I'm not sharing any big secrets here, but when you talk about timely things, it means that people are more attentive to it and willing to watch. I'm not above gaming the system. But gaming in a way that still brings value. Ultimately, I just want to make this fun, make it relatable, and have somebody walk away with the idea that they actually learned something from it and went and did something with that. How often am I going to post? Man, I don't know. For real, I don't want to overcommit right now because I am juggling a lot. And juggling a lot is what got me into this situation in the first place. No matter how much I try to be better at time management, it's something I continue to struggle with. That is definitely something I need to work on for 2019 and beyond. I've tried journals, I've tried calendar management, I've tried getting up at certain times of the day and doing things at certain times of the day. I've just never been able to stick to it. That's an issue that I gotta work on. We'll work on that. In the meantime, I need to kind of give myself enough runway to get up to speed on that idea. And so let's just say that we're gonna be doing these bi-weekly, every other week for now. And if things start to feel better and I want to start introducing more as they go, I will. But I will commit to bi-weekly. Because I've also committed to the podcast bi-weekly. And in that scope, I can do podcast 1 week, video 1 week, podcast, video. Maybe as time goes on, I'll bring those together and do them each once a week if I get better at that whole time management thing. I'm definitely not gonna be back next week because as I'm recording this, it's actually Christmas Eve and this week is completely bonkers, and so nothing's getting done after today. But I promise I will be back shortly after that. While I've got you here, I want to make sure you know about all the other things that I've got going on because it's been a while and you may not know, and you may want to get more of me in your life, and I'm not going to judge you for that obsession. First, there's the Art Lessons podcast where I talk with other creative people about their own creative journeys. Mostly it's my friend Adam who runs a very particular t-shirt design business. In fact, actually, Adam did this one. There's my newsletter, which I call The Article, where I give weekly tidbits about things that I see around the web, gear, books, products you probably don't need but are still pretty cool, creative challenges that I've come across, things I've heard around the web, the occasional missive that I pen on my blog so that you can read it and make sure you see it there. And of course there's all the art and design projects which you can find on Instagram at Dave Connery. You can find me on Etsy now, also Dave Connery. You can find me on my website, daveconnery.com, where I've got new different things going up all the time. I do the blog a lot, so if you're into blogging, I do that. No need to go chase it all down right now. I'll put all the links in the description. But on that note, I'm gonna get out because like I said, it's Christmas Eve and I'm gonna go bake some Christmas cookies with my son. He wants oatmeal chocolate chip raisin. Oatmeal raisin chocolate chip. Don't bother asking me for any. They're probably gone by the time you see this. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I'm sorry, what? Seriously, go do that now. Go click that button and subscribe, and while you're at it, hit that little bell next to it so that you never miss any of these videos because, like I said, I'm only gonna do them bi-weekly now, and who knows when they'll pop up, so you wanna make sure you don't miss it because it's gonna be a doozy, at least that's what I'm saying, to get you here next time. And if you did enjoy this particular video, please do me a favor and slam that like button, that clicker, tick, 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 tick. Only do it once, or 3 times, or 5 times, odd numbers, because if you do it even numbers, then it goes away. Just click like. Oh, and I almost forgot. Make sure you comment below about what creative things you're doing over the holidays so then we can talk about that stuff later in a video too, possibly. I would love to find out all the creative things you're doing. I'm gonna be making some art. I keep getting paint on my fingers. I'm gonna be making some art and doing some design, of course, and prepping for the winter comeback of all the different things. I've been on a little bit of a hibernation tour. No podcast right now, no newsletter right now. This is the only thing I've been producing lately except for the blog. So I've got a lot of stuff that I'm not doing, but I'm going to be doing very much quickly soon. But I want to know what you're doing, so make sure you comment below and tell me what you've been up to. You can even share links. I'm okay with that. I don't know how YouTube feels about it, but whatever. That's it, I'm out. Remember, be good in 2018, be even better in 2019. Happy New Year. See ya. That was fun.